So one thing that I've been working on lately when I'm recording, you can kind of tell right now just because of the weird colors in the background, is the recording setup for my educational videos. So I'm really trying to take the aesthetic of my content a lot more seriously, especially for the ones going to Instagram and the ones going to my other YouTube channel, link in the description below. And so I've really tried to create a more aesthetic background. So I'll show you a little bit about that right now. So I've got this screen right here that I read off everything from. This is just to help me as I'm going through. I don't really go one-to-one with the script, but it definitely helps with making sure that I'm staying on it. And then, so I've added these different colored lights in the background. And as you can see, it's not very fancy. It's actually just two lamps on the ground, a plant, and another lamp with some business books on it. And then I have my camera and my main light right there. And so it looks a little wonky right now on this video, but when I'm actually recording on my camera, it actually turns up and looks a lot better. So yeah, really hitting it hard on the content. YouTube is something I'm taking a lot more seriously with my educational content on my other channel. I think that that is one of the main ways that I can grow the company, because when people are taking the time to click on the YouTube video and actually intentionally watch it rather than it just scroll up and the algorithm feed it to them. So Instagram, the algorithm feeds people content. YouTube, the algorithm will feed it to them, but they have to choose whether they want to watch it and actually go into it. And so one thing that I'm doing is taking that content a lot more seriously. I want to upgrade the background even more and get something more professional eventually, but we're making do with what we have right now. So yeah, a lot of content recording going on right now. And yeah, got about 6 videos I'm gonna try and record today. So yeah, time to knock it out and just get to work. Yeah, so catch up with y'all in a little bit. $15,300 on his net income on the year. So what's the result of this? So Jordan's self-employment tax bill is only going to be $6,120 now. So side by side comparison, here is Alex upset with his $28,000. So it's an interesting thing when you're building something and you start to get support behind you, and you start getting all these people that tell you you're doing so well, that you're making them so proud, all this support, and of course you're grateful for it, but they're giving you all this support telling you how well you're doing. Yet you're sitting there and you're like, man, I'm just scratching the surface. Like I'm barely just getting going. There's so much left. And it's this weird balance of being grateful for the support that you have, but also being like, man, I can't sleep at night because I just want to keep working and building and just working towards that thing that I'm just trying to build into this dream that I've always had. And like for me, it's this weird thing where I'm grateful, but at the same time I'm like, man, there's a side of me that's just this dark side where I'm just like, I'm not even pushing myself as hard as I could go. And I'm sitting there laying awake at night like, man, I could be going so much harder. And I think it's this balance that you have to find as a dreamer, as somebody who's pushing the boundaries of where you can reach in life, that the balance is found in being proud of where you're at and being grateful for the supporters that you have, but also knowing that with that support, there's pressure. There's pressure to continue to improve, to continue to build upon where you're at now, continue to level up. And I think that's just an awesome reality to have, just to lay in bed at night and just be like, man,
I'm made for so much more. There's so much more I can accomplish, and ah, just gets me going. It just thinking about it, just I have this itch where I'm just like, man, I just want to keep going, just keep going over and over. And yeah, gosh, let's have a great week, people. So, I'll be honest, this week I have not recorded much. There hasn't been too much action going on. It's been a lot of studying for my EA, just a lot of me at the desk, and yeah, just haven't really recorded much, but you know, been getting some work in, so that's what truly matters. And I figured I'd show y'all something that I've mentioned a couple times, but I don't really share too often, and that's the fact that I love to cook and been told I'm a decent cook as well. So, self proclaimed a little bit, but also been told by others that I'm a decent cook. So, right now, I'm in the living room of my apartment, but we do have a roast cooking up right now. So, as you can see, we've got a nice roast cooking up. So the process for that is first you sear both sides of it for like 4 to 5 minutes, and then you take that out. Then you throw some diced onions in, along with some different seasonings, some rosemary, thyme, just other things that add the aroma taste to it. And yeah, then you slow cook it in the oven at 315 for like 3.5 hours, and later you serve it up on either some rice or sourdough, and it's pretty good. So that's what we're cooking today. But about to get to work here in a minute and study for the EA, do some outreach, and yeah, just got to keep working, keep showing up, and that's the motto for the week. Just continue to show up, and things will happen. So back to the desk. So I'm gonna be ending off the episode here. It's not been the most action-packed week. There hasn't been a ton on my mind, a ton of challenges I've faced or anything like that. And so I'm sorry if it was a little bit more of a boring down episode, but I think that the reason I still want to post this is because I've made a commitment to consistently show up every single week. And that is a lot of the reality of entrepreneurship, is that it's not action packed. It's not this glorious lifestyle all the time that people make it out to be, especially in the beginning. And a lot of it is just consistently showing up every single week. Every single week you show up, you write down what you're going to do for the week. You write down every day what you need to accomplish in that day, and you just get it done. And, you know, there's times where you'll get to travel, you get to enjoy, you get to reap the rewards of all of your hard work. But especially in the early stages where I'm at, it's all about just getting the work done, growing the company, and just making sure that you get the things done that move the needle. And the best way to do that is just to consistently show up even when you don't want to. Even when you feel tired, even when you feel like everything you do isn't working, just consistently show up and consistently be the person that you're building towards. Be that future person that has the dream life that you want. What steps would they take to get there and reverse engineer it? So, again, I apologize if it's a little bit of a down episode, but we're here and we're consistently showing up, and every single week I will be here. And I appreciate all of y'all who consistently show up and watch as well and are on this journey with me. And there's so much planned. There's so much in God's plan for me and for this channel, and I can't wait to see how it continues to grow. So, yeah, never stop your relentless pursuit of continuous improvement. And I'll look forward to us talking again soon.